See, there you go. You can have a good episode. Shield Hero, second season. You can have a good episode. And apparently a character outfit change, so I decided to do myself. So, yeah, this episode was actually really good. I really did enjoy this perspective of Raphtalia and giving her her own build. Obviously, over the last few episodes, I've been joking about the fact that this is going sword art online all the way. We have caged up cute girls, we have evil cackling bad guy, and once again, remove cackling bad guy out of the picture and suddenly the show gets good again. I'm convinced at this point that everything that's at fault for the second season is CGI turtles and cackling bad guys. But yeah, really love this episode. Again, not having Naofumi, well, he eventually does go and save Raphtalia, let's be perfectly honest, but having an entire episode just really focused on Raphtalia herself getting herself to safety. She doesn't need Naofumi to come get her. She immediately jumps into action. She looks for a plan, says, oh, look, I'll do this so that I can, basically using her Tanuki powers to create an illusion to draw this guy into the prison that they're in, and escapes by herself. Well, technically using Glass's ability, but yeah, it was really good. I did like the fact that, again, Raphtalia didn't sit around. She wasn't going to be a burden upon Naofumi. She was going to be his sword. Literally becomes his sword this episode again. Yeah, her running into Glass, Tetis, and Lark, that was a little bit convenient, but at the same time, this was a good point for them to get established, I guess, a bond of sorts, this agreement between the two of them, that they're going to continue to work together. That she was able to reveal to Glass, hey, look, now Fumi saved your kid sister, now Glass is pretty much beholden to Naofumi. Like, okay, now I'm going to help you guys out, obviously. It did seem like they were already having a truce because of the previous situation, but at least they're going to continue that truce as well. Despite Raphtalia having her reservations, she's like, well, this is a truce. We have a truce already. Let's continue it. Kind of respecting Naofumi's wishes. I don't know why they chose to show them busting out of the prison before showing how they bust out of the prison. That felt weird, but even still, this leads to them trying to figure out a way to getting back to where Naofumi is. They're going to use this hourglass to get over there. And yeah, that's when they run into, apparently, the ceremony for the selection for the next vessel for the katana. And yeah, I wasn't really expecting that. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that, but I kind of just assumed, okay, Kazuki, he's one of the main villains. He's walking up to it. Obviously, it's going to be his sword, but no, boof, it's in Raphtalia's hands. Like I said, I guess I should have seen that coming, but this leads to a whole bunch of really cool things. It seems like the moment that she acquires the katana, this immediately removes the mark from Naofumi's pact that was made with her. And that would explain why she removed herself from Naofumi's status. It's like the previous episode, he was looking at her stats and she immediately disappeared. It's because that pact is gone now. Now, I'll be very curious if they will reestablish that pact. I don't see why Raphtalia would not shut up. Like, I fully expect the next few episodes, Raphtalia will not shut up until he does the pact again with her, because this is something that's very special to her. It's like when she pulled Rishia into the whole situation. This was a good thing to her. This pact was beneficial to Raphtalia, and she wanted that pact to be beneficial to Rishia as well. So she was wanting, somebody else to do the same thing that she found beneficial. Additionally, technically, that is the reason why they're able to share their experience so much, and so I don't see, there's actually nothing but a benefit to her using that pact, despite the fact that it has a very unsavory history. Let's be honest. She doesn't see it that way. Pure and simple. And this was the argument that we had so much with the first season, was that everybody was so fixated on what that symbol meant in this world. But in actuality, it's not the sum of what it is. Yes, it's used for this, but Raphtalia's seen it something different. Raphtalia's seen it as a bond and beneficial. And it was never used for the sake of what other people use it for. Like electricity, it's used to light up so many things. It's used to power so many things. But yes, it's also used to electrocute people. That doesn't mean that is all it's used for. And that's, I think, the idea that Raphtalia has for that mark, that symbol. And I don't think she's going to let that go. But the other interesting thing is that the moment that she takes the sword, she loses her symbol, but she also starts to gain strength. It's almost as if the sword is... I was kind of mixed in thought when this whole thing happened. She's obviously running away because they're like, oh, she stole the sword, go get her. This wasn't how it was supposed to turn out. I was supposed to get the sword, even though... This is one of those things. Like, yeah, I guess she could have used magic to pull it to her, But the whole idea is that it chooses its owner by letting you draw it. So if she has it in her hands, she's been selected. I don't understand why immediately it's chase her down. No, it selected its person. Why would she have it in her hand unless it chose its vassal? But that's less dramatic, so we have to have people chasing her down. So as she's fleeing, like I said, her mark disappears, but additionally it seems like she's growing. She's growing back to her normal size. Now, I don't know if that was symbolizing that the mark on her was preventing her abilities from coming back, or if it was an aspect that the sword itself was fueling her with experience. Like she was gaining power from it, which isn't in fact experience, which means that she was getting levels. It didn't really specify exactly what was happening. I'm sure that's something hopefully they'll explain in the next episode, but that seemed a little weird. But yeah, this all leads to her fleeing into this one shrine, and this is a cool scene, but also interesting, and I liked it at the same time. She confronts a shrine maiden, and the shrine maiden immediately notes that she has the sword. Her lineage of family members have always served the katana hero, and so she quickly says, come on in here. She hides Raphtalia away, but she also gives her the garb of the katana hero, or the katana vassal, rather. And yes, you get a nice shot of Raphtalia with no clothes on, which is, yes, please. But also this outfit that she's given is like a shrine maiden type of outfit, and I thought it looked absolutely gorgeous on her. And yeah, to see, yes, Kazuki comes in, he tries to take her down, fails miserably, brings in these two ancient beasts, fails miserably, but the entire time, Raphtalia looked absolutely stunning. I think her new outfit's fantastic. I love her new katana. Everything just looks so good. I think this is a fantastic transformation of Raphtalia as a character, and like I said, I just adore this new design. I think she looks phenomenal. I could not be more pleased just by this whole scene alone. But yeah, additionally, in this whole scene, the other thing interesting that happens is that, one, Raphtalia does not want to harm them. She's like, please stop. I almost thought that it was going to go out of its way to point out that she was using like the blunt end of a katana. Maybe it's a double-sided. But additionally, she's using arts in a way that it seems like it's being censored into white goo, or she's attacking their actual mana source or something. Like she striking him was causing some sort of mana disturbances, and it was an attempt not to kill him. But additionally, in this scene, we actually find out that Kazuki, despite of having the derpy cackling face, there is another side to him. It at least seems as if he doesn't like Kyo. Like, he's still a dirtbag, but at least he's a dirtbag that doesn't like an equally or more of a dirtbag, which is Kyo. So it's kind of hinting at the idea that Kazuki will become an ally. He might not be friends with everybody, but he will at least see a similar enemy that they can go towards, which is Kyo. It seemed like he wanted the katana for the sake of taking down Kyo. He doesn't like him. Why he doesn't like him? I don't know. Maybe he took something from him. Maybe he hates his cackling face like everybody else that's watching the show right now, because cackling bad guys are always bad and must be destroyed. But it was interesting enough. And yes, that's when Raphtalia goes down. Another one of these beasts show up, which I guess Kazuki forgot to mention that he had another one, and that would take her down. But yeah, that's when Naofumi and everybody shows up to protect her, and everybody's happy. So yeah, I love the hug was great too. So it was good. It was a really good episode. Like I said, this is easily, besides probably the Labyrinth episode with Kizuna's pretty much introduction, a lot of that stuff was really good. But this was a nice return to form. Keep it simple. This is like a keep it simple episode. It has a conflict, there is an escape, there is a power-up, and then there's a resolve. It was a very simple episode, and I felt like it was refreshing because it was that simple. And yes, having a nice transformation for a character, having a character have a huge growth and change, I'm really looking forward to what Raphtalia does going forward and how this helps her benefit her. Because this is a good point in which she kind of proved to Naofumi that she can take care of herself, and that she's strong, and that she can be his blade. Literally. So, we'll see though. We'll see if the next episode doesn't just drop right back down as soon as Kyo shows back up on the screen. But for now, this is a really good episode, and I did enjoy it, and I did want to get on here and talk about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Do you like the nice shot of Raphtalia? Do you like her new outfit? Do you like her becoming a katana vassal? Obviously, she'll be able to take this katana to the other world because the other vassals were able to. I will be curious to see what kind of effects this will have on her. Does this help her get stronger quicker? Is this an addition to Naofumi putting this mark back on her, which again, I'm assuming she probably will get it back on her. And again, how will that transfer back to their world? Will she be able to continue to hold on to the katana long into the future in the other world? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already, share this video if you can, support us on Patreon, or throw a tips link in the description below. We also have a super thanks buttons down there. We definitely appreciate everybody that supports us, and y'all take care.